Okie doke. So I got my hands on kind of an ancient. It's an NVR, and I got it for free. So I figured maybe I can just break into this thing and repurpose it and sell it and make a few bucks. So these things do not come with some magic reset button to factory default it or anything. So I just hooked it up to my monitor here, and I've got my awesome little mini keyboard mouse combo. This thing's actually pretty slick. And let's just see if we can get into anything. Okay, that's all right. Admin, sure. Let's try password. Typically, it's numeric only, so let's just give this a shot and see what happens. Ooh, yeah, it doesn't like that. So, how can we get into this thing? So the first thing we got to do is figure out where the web interface is. I happen to know on my router that this is the IP address of that the NVR. So all we got to do is nmap that thing. And if I want to do all ports, it's tac. Always wanted to use that. 50.37. Whoops. Because if we grab this and just try and go just to port 80, it's nothing there. There's nothing there. So let's run nmap on that baby. I've already done all this, but I found out that it is actually port 85. So we can head over to port 85. And we are met with a login screen. So same thing. I'm try admin. Nope. Username or password is incorrect. Please try again. Okay. Now what? This is where the rabbit hole starts. All right. First thing I'm going to do is fire up my burp suite. Whoops. Nope. Not my VirtualBox. My burp suite. And I'm going to clear out, just so I can show you, I'm going to clear out my temporary stuff. So that includes the cookies that get set, as you'll see. All right. So I'm going to open up the proxy browser here. And we're going to head over to the login screen, but within the proxy browser. And while I'm at it, you know what? Let's just head over there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the intercept, which means any request I make to that site will get intercepted. So I'm going to put in admin and 1234 and log in. And as soon as I log in, whoops, as soon as I log in, not there, this should intercept that request, which it does. And I can look at it here. I can view what is being sent as a GET request to this directory, this user check. Now, it's using basic HTTP authentication, which is pretty antiquated, I would say. And the cool thing is I can take this information here, and if you look over here, it will tell you that this is base 64 encoded. So this string here needs to, like, basically if I want to try a username and a password, I have to base 64 encode it with a colon in between the username and the password. So that's all fine and dandy. But what I actually sort of started looking at was, I was like, well, let's just see how this all is working. And when you go through the source code, there's a login.js. Now I was like, what? There's no way. There is no way that this is that easy. And when you look through login.js, it's as you expect. These are all the functions. So here's our do login function. I'm going to skip over all this stuff because it don't matter to me. And it all boils down to this right here. So success. So if we get back a response 200, do all the cool stuff. Otherwise, return back to this page. So I can even just show you that that's how this works. So if we did get it correctly, it does a bunch of stuff. Otherwise, if you didn't get it right, we're going to do alert wrong. And we're going to say if we got it right, we're going to do alert got it. So we'll go ahead and save that. I'm going to just try running it. Oh, my intercept is still on. One sec. Forward that. Forward it. So it says wrong because, yeah, password is incorrect. I'm going to turn the intercept off. So if it is so easy that the JavaScript, you can just edit it out, well, I'm just going to skip this check altogether. I don't care if it's right or wrong. Let's just go ahead and do that and not do any of this wrong stuff. So get rid of all that, save it, and let's try admin. You know what? Let's just put in whatever, log in. Oh, hooray, we got the password. No, we didn't. So now when we get in here, so we've suddenly magically gotten into the main page. But this is where the server-side HTTP authorization now comes into play. So we're going to use our burp suite again, and we're going to go to check out the HTTP history. And this is what lets us, well, view our HTTP history. I'm just going to clear these out just so that we can see a little bit better what we're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and just try signing in again. But this time it doesn't matter what I put in. I'll just put in 123, 123. And when I go to my history here, we'll see that the cookie that was set previously, it is now set as this little data point, user info 85. Or is that B? No, it's an 85. So at this point, it doesn't matter what username and password I put in. It is taking the cookie off our local machine, which we put in previously as ASDF. So what I need to do is hammer this thing. Oh, hold on a sec. Nothing. So what I'm going to have to do, as far as I can tell, I'm going to try and brute force this, but I need a password list. And it needs to be in the form username : password. And then it has to be encoded into base 64. So how am I going to generate that list? I found a handy dandy utility called ttpassgen. And all it does is basically, if you need to generate a massive list of usernames and passwords, or just strings in general, again, in my case, I'm going after the username admin. I did notice that there's a second user on that device called, I think it was dealer. I could, and I might end up doing, also creating a dealer password list. But all this does is I'm telling it, in a nutshell, this bracketed $D says use all the digits from 0 to 9. And this says it use it to repeat it anywhere from 0 to 6 times throughout the entire list of 0 to 9 digits. And so I can just create that and very quickly, just like that. And I've already done this again. So this generated 1.1 million username and password combinations, which is right here. And you can see it goes all the way from literally nothing to 0 to 00 to 000 and all throughout. And it's quite a large file, actually. That ended up being 15 megs. And when I upped it to 7 digits, that turned into almost 100 megs. And then 8 digits, that's 1 gigabyte. That's a 1 gigabyte file of usernames and passwords. Which I really hope we don't get that far, because I think if I did, I think the end of the universe or something happens. It's not like that bad, but there's got to be a better way. Point being, you can see going from 6 digits, just adding one more digit, like it goes exponential. That's I guess all I'm trying to get out there. Well, that just turned into a rabbit hole. All I'm trying to do is convert my username password combinations into base 64, and it appears that this is what I stole off of the internet. I just open up the file to read bytes, and then you literally just use base 64 to encode the bytes, and then you write it out. And then when I open it up, it looks like this. But the thing is, that's actually correct. It's adding a /n every 70 something bytes. Is that right? How the hell? Oh my god. All right, nope. I think we're good here. Yeah, I don't want to pay attention to what this bullshit is doing. This is just dumping it to that. And okay, so I'm going to go and reopen my 2digits.txt. Let's see here. Yeah, and it looks like this. Okay, I don't know. So if I take this, I'm going to go back and make sure here. Decode. Okay. Seems to work. Oh, this is just... So now I'm going to, in order to make sure that this file output is actually going to function with inside of Burp Suite, I'm going to have to run a quick little test here. Okay, so that was one of the most painful rabbit holes I went through. It turns out that, so this thing's just working away right now. It turns out that somebody actually already wrote a script exactly to do this. This thing is branded as a Swann, Swann, but it is actually Hikvision. And after reading through this documentation here, this is exactly what it is. The only thing that was different, let me see if I can do this. Let me start up a new PowerShell. Shoot, I think. Yeah, okay. Where am I? Ah, I'm in not where I want to be. Shoot. Alright, hold on. Okay, I figured out where I am now. So all it is this Hikvision script. The only things that were different that I had to modify was first of all, it tries to check that the login page even exists. So I have to put it onto port 85, and then it had the exact same path to the first login page, and then the second page that actually does the user check. All that was different was this ISAPI. It was just named a different folder. But I checked the response. It's identical in that it's looking for this status value 401. So if it's 401, as you can see, it ain't gonna work. So yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna let this thing run. It's slow as hell. Like, it's a lot slower than Hydra, but I tried and I tried and I tried with Hydra. Like, I was trying to figure out how to get... What it is it concatenates the username and the password into base 64 encoding with the colon in between. I think I already said that. And it's just trying to get that all to work with like whatever type of encoding you're using between like Linux and Windows and UTF-8, and it doesn't even matter. Anyway, I'm happy with this right now, so we'll see what happens. And I just realized I also don't want to be wasting my time, because for all I know, if this thing has rate limiting on it, of course it's going to fail no matter what. So I just want to, this was me in here, I just want to echo out the response. So I'm just going to execute. I just made a copy of it, like, so I just made a second copy like that. And hopefully this echoes out a whole bunch of the unauthorized, like the actual. Yep, there we go. Perfect. So there's no rate loading. So I'm a happy cat. All right, I'll be back. Okay, so I think that my little endeavors here are kind of futile right now. So I'm gonna actually kill that, even though we got a whopping 350,000 in. So just to check, I just ended up putting in, you can look right here, I put in the admin with my very starting number of 0, and I checked this against what it's actually spitting out. And where did I go here? Yeah, right here, admin 0. So if you compare this string to that string, it's like it's almost there, but it just ain't quite. And so I found out that I can check the encoding of the file, and I found out that it's using this char set US ASCII. So according to this, I should be able to convert it to UTF-8 using this guy here. And I'm going to take my passwords and I'm going to output it to passwords 2. Just why not? Okay, and I'm going to run this on the passwords 2.text, and that did not work. Okie doke. I may or may not have gotten it. So I took my passwords file and I piped it into sed, and this is supposed to remove any trailing spaces. And I dumped it into passwords 3, and now it looks like I think I'm good. So I'm going to run another test and see how it looks. And yeah, check it out. That worked. I have now got identical proper motherfucking WMA 6 equals. So it was that there's this stupid /x character in there. Like it's just an end of line, but okay. Fuck, I think I'm happy with that. Let me just try one more. Let's try admin and then 1. So I'm gonna kill the burp suite for now and fire it up again. And I'm gonna delete everything. Start over. Feels like we're getting close here. Alright. So, page login. And this time I'm going to do 1 in admin. Or sorry, admin password 1. Login. Great. Let's go see what we got in my history. That should be it. Okay, so now this should be what my second number is. MG. Fuck! Oh no, 2. Sorry, wait, what? Hold on. I did 1. Oh, sorry, MQ equals. Okay, no, that's right. And then I gotta clear those cookies out. I gotta figure out how to do that without closing the whole thing. Let's see. Intercept, let's try. Okay, let's try admin 2. Actually, no, let's just do admin 3 for whatever reason. Login. Okay, admin and 3. Giver. Let's go check out my history. Okay, admin 3. 1, 2, 3. So MW equals. Perfect. Look at that. We got a match. So just to be sure, TAW46MW equals. Okay. That is now working correctly. So it was just a matter of that freaking new line character in the password generator. All right, I'm gonna fire this guy up again. So it's the next day, and this had already ran its course. Anyway, I guess I was going about it the wrong way. Instead, I went and I grabbed one of these top 10 million passwords lists, and I just threw that at it, and literally within 5 minutes, right there, authentication password for admin is Sheldon. So I'm just gonna go give that a try. Yeah, you can go away. Yeah. All right, Sheldon it is. That is so cool. Ta-da! Oh, okay, cool. Now I can wipe this thing and sell it. Anyway, that was quite the frickin' adventure. Uh, yeah, there. That's all that was. Ta-da!